Let's take a trip on my magic banana. It's a flavorful extravaganza over clouds, over trees, over seas, over space and time. Start at the tip and move towards the stem. Soon we'll be out in the solar system, seeing stars we never dreamed we would ever see. Let's take a trip on my magic banana.
Hey.
Oh, hey, I didn't realize you were doing rideshare again.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll cancel the ride so you don't get the fee. Hop on.
Okay, thanks.
How?
I'm sorry,
You go.
No, you.
It's okay.
I was saying I'm sorry I've been out of touch. I know you're going through a lot. I just have bad time management lately with the new job.
I understand. It's really okay. How's the job going?
I'm still getting the hang of it, but my boss is awesome. She's the main reason I'm there. It'll get easier with time.
How's your dad doing?
I feel bad even saying this, but I don't even know. I'm really in the weeds right now. I'll have more time after the holidays. My brother is in charge of checking up on him every day, so at least I know he's not alone or anything. When did you start doing rideshare again?
A few weeks ago. I got hit with a medical insurance bill and figured might as well do this for a while until I paid it off.
I thought you were getting good money from the dried banana chips endorsement deal.
That dried up, so to speak, during the pandemic when there were shortages of everything.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Wait, how about the flea market thing? How's that going?
I lost a ton of time and money because people just wanted to walk around and take pictures of themselves at the flea market and occasionally buy jewelry. The vendors went week after week because it was a social activity for them.
That sucks. I thought for sure you were going to do well with that career counselor stuff you were doing.
It was okay for a while until all those apps came out that applied to jobs for you and managed to ruin the entire HR industry in the process.
Oh yeah, how's the process server stuff going?
Turns out when you look like me and drive a flying banana, it's a recipe for disaster.
I'm guessing the mobile notary business didn't work out either, then?
Never got a single call.
Weren't you going to start running an open mic night?
Yes, but depending on your point of view, either I had a dispute with the venue owner or I just can't stand aspiring comedians.
What about all the virtual reality stuff you were doing?
I liked it a lot, but it seems the public just doesn't really want it yet, or maybe ever.
Still going to night school?
Still going to night school.
I really thought by now that you'd have it made. I don't know anyone who works as hard as you and is always trying so many different things. I wish there was something I could say or do.
At this point, I don't think there's anything anyone can do. I'm just kind of resigned to struggling alone for the rest of my life. I've been single for over 10 years and in debt for 8 of those.
It's not fair. You are so overdue for something good to happen.
Yeah, I don't really even have anyone to talk to anymore, and in some ways I kind of never did.
You have friends, though.
Oh, I definitely have friends that I could call in an emergency. But I mean the little stuff, during the day. The kind of stuff you and I used to talk about when you were unemployed and living in Salem and trying to get back to LA. I don't have anyone to talk to about that stuff, like in the morning or after waking up from a nap or anything like that. It's just down to me and the imaginary characters in my head. It's a very lonely period right now, and it seems like there's no sign of it improving anytime soon. Worst of all, I have to listen to people talk my ear off all day, but nobody ever asks how I am.
How are you?
I am not well. Thanks for asking. There are occasional moments where someone recognizes me and tells me how much the show meant to them as a kid, which feels good, but as time passes, those moments are rarer and rarer. The friends I had mostly just went on with their lives, kids, work stuff, nothing interesting, just the same stuff over and over. I tried to make things happen by inviting people from different friend groups to do stuff, but that never works out. I should have listened to Heidi about that.
You know, Sam, I look at your life and all I see is someone who never stops. Most people pick a lane, stay in it, hope for the best, but not you. You're out here trying everything, jobs, hobbies, ideas. You don't settle. You don't even slow down. And yeah, maybe it hasn't all worked out the way you wanted, but you're doing something most people are too scared to do. You're not just existing. You're living. Every time I talk to you, there's some new thing you've tried, some new story you have. It's inspiring, honestly. It's also hard to watch because for all the energy you put into the world, it doesn't feel like it gives you much back. You deserve more. You deserve to have someone who sees what I see, the way you throw yourself into everything, how much you care, how much you try. And I know I've been out of touch, and maybe that makes me part of the problem. But Sam, you've lived 100 lives in the time most people barely get through one. And you're living. The rest of us, we're just pretending.
That's what I'm saying too, I guess. I just don't see a way out of this cycle.
But maybe you're not supposed to see it. Maybe it's not about breaking the cycle, Sam. Maybe it's about finding meaning in it. Look, I get that it feels like you're stuck, like you're spinning your wheels while everyone else is moving forward. But from where I'm sitting, you're not stuck. You're searching. And yeah, it's exhausting. It's frustrating, but it's also brave. You keep looking for something better, for something that fits. Most people stop searching, Sam. They settle, they give up, but you haven't. That means something. So maybe the way out isn't to stop the cycle. Maybe it's to stop seeing it as a trap. Maybe it's just your way.
I'm just like this because I don't know how else to be. I hate to sound like a broken record, and I know we talk about this sometimes, but I think I feel so alone because every new thing I try, every place I explore, every idea I chase, it's all just bouncing around in my head with no one to really share it with. It's like I'm carrying this endless stream of thoughts and memories, each one exciting or strange or groundbreaking in its own way, but there's no outlet. No one to say, yeah, I get it, or tell me more. I'm constantly processing it all alone, trying to make sense of what I've seen, what I've learned, and what it might mean. And it's not that I don't want someone to share it with. I do. I want someone to look at the world the way I do, to dive into the details with me, to light up the same discoveries. But instead, it's just me, cycling through it all in my head over and over until I start to question if any of it matters. And you're different. You care, you want to know, and I love that about you. But you're never going to dive into this stuff with me. It's not that you're not interested, you just don't have time. Even if you did have time, you're not going to drop everything and stay up for days reading technical manuals just to figure out how to make a 7-second TikTok video that you think is cool and ends up getting 11 views and a comment like, "This is stupid, bruh." When we first met, you didn't get it. I could see it in your face sometimes, like, why is he doing this? Why doesn't he just slow down, pick something simple? But over time, I think you started to see it, that I'm not just out there chasing every shiny thing. I'm trying to find the next thing, and the thing that hasn't happened yet. And you know because you've seen it. I've been ahead of the curve so many times, it's almost embarrassing. But that's the thing. No one notices. No one cares. I try something, I figure it out, and then poof, it's gone. No acknowledgement, no reward. Just me moving on to the next thing while the world catches up years later and acts like it was obvious all along. And I know I shouldn't care about recognition, but after a while, it gets exhausting. Doing all this, running ahead of everyone, only to look back and see that there's no one beside me, no one even close. I don't know. Maybe that's just my life, you know? Trying things no one else will, seeing things no one else does, and living in this weird, lonely place in between.
It does matter, Sam. Maybe the world doesn't always notice, and maybe the people around you don't always understand, but that doesn't make it any less important. You see things differently. You always have. And honestly, the way you look at the world, the way you chase after things no one else even thinks to look for, that's what's so incredible about you. You don't need everyone to get it, Sam. You just need to keep being you.
I still need more than the 17 people on the Magic Banana newsletter mailing list to get it, because I'm stuck out here driving rideshare instead of being off on some adventure right now.
You know what this reminds me of, don't you? The socks. Decades of heartbreak, decades of grinding it out, coming so close, only to watch it all slip away.
I remember going to Red Sox games for free just to have lunch and then leave in the third inning.
Right? People called them cursed, said they'd never get there, like it was just their fate to keep losing, no matter how hard they tried. I mean, I still use the term we, like I'm part of the team, but it didn't stop. They didn't stop. They didn't give up. Season after season, they kept showing up, kept playing their hearts out, even when it felt like the whole world had written them off. And then one year, it all changed. The curse, whatever you want to call it, the drought, it broke. The Sox finally won it all, and the fans, well, we all went freaking crazy and lost our minds. Like, everyone believed the whole time, even though most of us had already thrown in the towel a dozen times over. But here's the thing, Sam. The Red Sox weren't cursed. They weren't doomed. They just needed the right moment, the right lineup, the right timing. That's it. Everything finally lined up and boom, they made history.
History.
History. That's what you're waiting for, your moment. And I know it feels like you've been stuck in extra innings forever, but it's coming. You've been showing up, doing the work, playing your game. And when it happens, it's going to feel like it was worth every single loss to get there.
My life has been so painful. I never met anyone who could match my enthusiasm for trying new experiences, exploring new places, or learning new ideas. And the longer I go, the more I wonder if that's even possible. If some people are just meant to do it all alone.
Like Juliana Hatfield?
Like Juliana Hatfield. I miss being able to talk to you every day.
I miss you too. Maybe after the holidays, we can go back to our regular phone call schedule.
Hope so. Love you.
I love you too.